All right, so this is a trade recap for April and for the final week here. So I didn't do anything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I didn't do anything the previous Thursday or Friday. So I feel like the 5 days of not trading, which was a combination of not feeling great and just not seeing things that I was really comfortable with. Um, I think the combination of not trading and not being 100% confident because it was towards the end of the week here or the end of the month kind of contributed to the big loss there on Thursday. So with this one, I had bought at 670. It came down. I pretty much sold it at this lowest point, and then of course it bounces up. Came back up to the point that I purchased. Not over. It didn't break 670 and go above, but at least not till after the open or whatever. This was a pre-market trade. But because it bounced off this 637, came back up, I probably could have sold it for like a 5 cent loss instead of the 33-cent loss. So that's something I'll have to keep in mind for the future. This didn't end the month for me. It wasn't a huge loss where it ruined everything, but still, it's pretty terrible. I've had a few where it gets down there, and this kind of loss, and I don't sell it, and it bounces back up, and I end up making money on it. So I'll have to be a little more careful about this in the future for sure. Going into Friday, I woke up, I felt pretty confident. Ended up making 10 cents. Only had 400 shares, so only made 40 bucks gross. But it ended up being a decent day. So the whole week, the numbers aren't great. Gross loss $59 after fees and commissions. It was actually a $72 losing week. My average loss is the one that I took, which was $106 after fees and commissions, $34 after fees and commissions on my win here. So, yeah, not great. If I come down, this is the previous weeks, kind of on their own. So you can see week one, $50 winner. Week two, $17 winner. I had a pretty decent win on Monday and then lost like the same size on Wednesday. So pretty much this is just what I had won on Tuesday. And I didn't do any trades Thursday and Friday. So coming into week three, did pretty well. I mean, I only did 3 trades, and I want to aim for $50 average gain, and that's what I was pretty much hitting on week three. So week three was a really good week. Week four, this last week was terrible, but for the whole month, which is what this is down here, 226 gross, $89 in fees and commissions, so $136 net, which from the beginning of the month is 25% up. Average gainer only $30, average loser 55. So that's really reverse what I want it to be. So I'll need to work on that a little bit. But I only took like 2 losers. So this is mostly just because they were such big losers. Excuse me, man, I'm tired. Only a 5 cent average. I want that to be 10. Not the end of the world. This is the trade performance from CMEG. So winners on the left here, losers in the middle, and totals at the end. So $135.70 is what this is saying net. 76.92% win average. Average hold time of 4 minutes. $90 in fees. And the average hold time 4 minutes, that's mostly because this one right here is 15 minutes and this one here is 18 minutes. The rest of them are pretty short hold time, so I prefer the short hold time. Minimizes your exposure to the market, minimizes risk. So we need to keep that in mind. This right here is the summary by date from CMEG. So this shows the days that I was doing trades, all the trade fees, commissions, all that stuff, the SEC fees, ECN fees, everything there. Shows you your net profit at the end or your net loss. And then this right here, $125, is the software market data. That's the thing that they take out at the end of the month that I think a lot of people forget about when they start trading. So something to keep in mind. $135 for the month ends up only being $10.70 because of this software market data fee. So going into May, we'll have $543. That's up $10.70 from the beginning of the month. So it is technically a winning month, but this is disappointing. There's a big loss there at the end, and more than a couple times that I probably could have made a little extra money had I been a little more careful. So, uh, you live and learn, I guess. We'll go into May with all this extra knowledge and hopefully, do better. So this is from TraderView. Uh, I like to see the trend up. This only shows the gross profits, and it doesn't show the software market data fees. So it looks a lot better, but you know, this is upward trend either way. So the trades were good for the most part. There's just a few that I feel like could have done a lot better as far as holding a little longer, maybe got a little extra profit, and ones that I bought way too early and went through huge losses, and then it happened to come back up, and I got lucky. So um, let's see, nothing more on that page. We'll look at the detailed here. So again, average share per gain, it's 5 cents. Average per share gain is 5 cents. Um, this is different hold time. Well, I guess this is for average or for winning trades and losing trades. So the average is probably still about 4 minutes. 9 winning trades, and again, this doesn't do each trade. This is each day. So out of 9 days, we're winners, and 2 days we're losers. Um, yeah, not the worst thing there, but again, this only shows gross profits. So by day of the week, Thursday ends up being the worst, even though I thought it would be Wednesday, but Thursday because of that loss that I took there at the end. By hour of day, this is mostly, it says 9, but it doesn't show by the half hour. This is probably mostly after 9:30, between 9:30 and 10. But I do pretty well at or after 11, between 11 and 12. So I do take a few afternoon trades sometimes. We'll keep my eye out for those in May. So stocks under $2 I don't do great on. Stocks between $5 and $10 are really what I should be focusing on, which is what I had planned at the beginning of the month anyway. So that works out. Volume, and I guess if you want to see the instrument too, there's the losers here on the right side, and then winners over here on the left side. So let's see, we'll go back here and look at the calendar. So again, something I need to work on is actually trading more often. I don't want to overtrade, but I also need to trade a little bit more often, I think. Half the days I didn't end up trading. So the 15th was actually the markets were closed for Easter. So there's 9 days here, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days that I didn't trade. This stretch right here at the end, like I was saying before, is kind of a combination of not seeing things. I was waking up and being there at the market open, but I didn't feel great and I didn't feel confident trading anything that was there, especially feeling, kind of sick. So I also feel like all of that combined, not feeling great and then not trading for 5 days probably contributed to my big loss there. Um, so I should just be a little more clear-minded when I'm doing my trades. But anyway, $99 loss was the biggest loser, but I did have a $90 winner, an $80 winner, some smaller wins, $45 and $40. Those aren't terrible. The main thing that I take away from this image right here is mostly that I just need to trade more often in the month. Each week I feel like was pretty much, you know, only doing like 3 trades. So I know this first one right here says 4, but I'm including the first day of the month being up here. So, you know, didn't do those 2 trades, didn't do these 2 trades on the 12th, the 14th, the 21st, the 22nd, and these 3 days here didn't trade. So just need to do a little more trading. I'm mostly green, so I don't think it'll be too bad to do a few extra days. But with a small account, got to be careful not to, over trade or make mistakes and, take big losses. Um, so for May, well, for April, I was mostly doing breakout trades, trying to get the ones that would come up and then, come back down a little bit and then buy that dip and then shoot back up. A few of them I ended up, when it came up, I ended up buying it at that high price and then they come back down and I'm worried. It goes for a while sideways and then comes back up finally and I made some money. So I need to be careful about buying too early and I need to be careful about really buying too high. So I think this month for May, I might focus a little bit more on buying like dips and focus a little more on the actual pullback itself. Being a little more careful on it. They tend to come down, the stocks do, and bounce off the 90 MA or the VWAP, obviously. So I might try and hold for those, and then if they do come up, try and hit that breakout point. Uh, it's just a matter of when they come up to hit the breakout, I kind of get nervous about, are they actually going to break out, or are they going to be a really quick up and down false breakout, or is it going to just bounce off that high and come back down? Um, so yeah, I just need to be a little more careful. Maybe in those ones I'll have a smaller share size to mitigate the risk a little bit. And the ones that bounce off the nine, maybe I'll do a little bit bigger share size and have tighter stops, like be more careful about not holding it till it drops 30 cents and then, waiting for it to move sideways to come back up or whatever. Maybe do like 5 cent stops and just be really adamant about actually selling it when it gets down to that point. The biggest problem I have is that when they do drop down, they end up dropping a lot more than the 5 cents that I would set my stop at. So, uh, I don't want to see that it dropped 5 cents, go to hit sell, and then it actually drops another 10 cents. So I'm losing 15 cents on it. That's what's happened to me in the past. So just need to be a little careful. Like I said, if I do these trades in May, maybe do smaller share size to mitigate some of that risk and just kind of build up the account really small, in small increments, I should say. But it was a winning month, I guess. Like I said, $10.70 after all the fees and everything. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm probably gonna keep uploading my stuff even through May just to see how it goes. I feel a little bit better, I guess, when I'm uploading them. I have them all in one spot and I can kind of review them myself. So hopefully people find this helpful. You know, we'll see how May goes. But April was a small win. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.